This is Lee, Motivational Lee. Thank you for supporting my advocacy. Inspire, motivate, and create an impact. Together, we continue to synergize where our passion meets our purpose.
EPIC stands for Empowered Pinays Impacting Communities.
Wow,
So that's
so
it.
good.
That's the name.
As soon as they said, "Yep, we will serve the community," I said, "I'm game."
Add on that, don't
Yes,
be afraid
please.
of the setback. That's where you learn.
yes.
That's right.
That's where you become wiser.
Yes.
That's the opportunity to
That's
grow.
the opportunity to
That's what they always say,
grow.
experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
Hi ladies, it's so nice to see you today. I know it has been a very busy month for us, even the past few months as well, and I thank you so much for being here today. For your time is really precious to me as well and to all of us. Now, I just want to ask you, anyone can answer this. What has inspired you to come up with, a show like this, an international, featuring Filipino artists at the same time? What has inspired you to do this?
I'm the first.
Yes, you're the first.
Take it away. It started with you.
Oh no, because it's just started with me being, in the organization planning and, small events. And someone have approached me about producing concerts, things like that. So, nasa passion ko na yung mag-events.
The passion, all right.
Yeah.
And so you've asked this to joint venture
Yep.
with your passion.
Yeah.
She asked her first.
I asked
Panglima
her.
nga ako eh. I was happy. So she's got other people that she've asked.
Approach, yes.
Approach, yeah.
Yeah. Before I ended up asking her. Kasi friend.
But how did you convince this too? Because I believe this too has a different venture. I'm
Oh my
sure.
God, ang kanyang-
We'll know more about this,
Ang
maybe
kanyang
next time.
spiel, Chrissy. May time
Do you have
ka
a
pa ba?
time?
Sabi niya, I've got a business proposal for you. Kaya lang, it will involve a lot of your time.
Okay.
Sa time. Yes.
Which is exactly the exact question that I asked when they talked to me about it. When will we have time to do this? That was my question, because we're all working full time.
Full-time
But how long
jobs.
did it take for you to convince this too? And for the three of you to really decide, this is it, final, let's do this?
I don't know Maria, actually.
So they've been
We're friends.
good friends for a long time.
For a long time. We're friends more than 7 years.
I think it's a decade.
And we
Yeah,
only
no,
met
met
through
in-
through
Through
Chrissy.
Christine.
So you're friends and you're friends.
Yeah,
and you
friends, and you connect
each
other.
Good networking.
Yes.
Yeah. So I asked her first, and then without even batting an eyelash and saying, yeah.
It's okay, yeah?
It's
I
okay.
had a few questions.
Oh, yeah, may mga few
yung
questions,
mga
yeah.
questions like, okay, what is the project? Sinabi niya, bringing international artists here and then producing, etc. Magko-concert. And then, ang sumabat yung asawa ko. Sabi niya, make sure when you commit, you do have the time.
I see. True. It's a
yun.
commitment.
Yeah.
Ang sagot ko naman, if I like it, if I love it, I will make time. So,
Love that. I'll make time. Don't find time because you can't find time. Just make time.
Yeah, you make time. Yeah.
And I think one of the key reason why I said yes, because remember when you first discussed this, the question that I asked was so how are we different from the other producers? How are we gonna be able to use this business to give back to the community? And I think that discussion because I'm like, okay, I'm giving all my extra time to this business. How can we
Connect. Yeah.
connect it to the
Connect
community?
to the community.
Cool.
And we agreed that whatever profit we make, we want to share it with the chosen community in the Philippines. And when they said that's a good idea, I said count me in.
Oh,
Yes.
We were actually on the same channel.
Yeah.
When she mentioned it, nasa isip ko na rin yun. I'm thinking about it. It's like, oh my God, this is a perfect opportunity. Because I do want to give back, you know, kasi this is, sa akin, it's really personal. And then, nung umuo siya, then game, you know.
That's good. I'm just with what you have mentioned a while ago. I'm just curious about this. I know that you are busy and you're all inspired to do this as one, you know, one team, right? As I'll tell you more about the name of this events and entertainment. But what has initially drawn you to put up something like this kind of venture? It's a live event show on stage with featuring international Filipino artists. I'm sure there's something there that has drawn you to put up this kind of, I mean, even just to, you know, what do you call that? Like you have to invest something on this. What has initially drawn you to do this?
I think one is culture. For me, culture. Kasi you bringing someone from home is getting our audience to feel at home. So parang may connection din dun sa isang business ko. So parang they wanted to connect with, you know, para hindi mawala yung homesickness, kumbaga. Being
nice.
in the overseas, being here, staying abroad. So,
It's like you'll be the
culture.
catalyst to bring that homesickness, like say watching, you know, shows, because we normally do that back home.
Yep.
Any weeks or months there are different shows there, right? But in here it takes a while because they have to fly over here, right? And we miss them as well, like watching them on live stage.
Yeah.
And because of you, you're the inspiration, you've inspired this too. And it took how many months or weeks did you actually say yes to Charmaine?
Didn't take
Ah,
that long.
Overnight?
No, didn't take that
I
long.
think mine was just, you know, on the same
Within
day.
the
Yeah,
hour.
within,
As soon as they said, "Yep, we will serve the community," I said, "I'm game."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
we're all on the same
we
page.
started, and then I said, I think we need another person to be in to bring in para maging ano.
And you know, I felt
Gandang-
very, very honored to be, because me and Charmaine, we just met through Chrissy.
Yeah.
And Chrissy and I, our relationship is mainly working relationship. You
Yeah.
know, that's how we met. And you know, to be, you know, included, I felt very honored. You know,
Yeah.
and these two, you know, these two are amazing to work with.
And it's not easy to put up, it's not easy to maybe take up that challenge to do this venture, because it's, maybe there's a long process to this. We'll talk more about that. And, you know, putting up your energy, your effort, your time, despite of you guys, or all three of you has different, you know, separate work to do as well. Some of them, it might take them weeks to decide.
Yes.
24 hours is not enough, but for you guys, I think there's already that, apart from the connection,
that's
you know,
true.
but I think it's more the trust, do you think?
The trust,
the
and
trust.
the important, I think the dynamics. We work very well together. You know, we bring out the best in each other, and you know, when you manage events like this, it's going to bring out the best and the worst in you.
True.
Okay, because there, you know, a
The
lot of stress,
Yes.
a lot of sleepless nights. You know, when it gets closer to the concert day. So yet, this is
And
you know,
don't
trying.
forget, this is an arena that none of us
Yes.
have the background. Yes, we don't have.
background.
No, we
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
She does
Gamble.
events.
Just
Took the risk.
do
So she
events,
does events and
personal
I've seen,
level.
and
Yeah.
I've seen how she works in coordinating. You know, it's really her skill.
Yeah.
So when she approached me, I don't know if you remember, you said, kasi sabi niya, I need your, you know, your risk management background, your OH
Compliance,
and
laws, and mga
compliance.
ganyan.
Yeah. Ang sabi ko naman sa kanya, I like naman your part na, kasi sa math, talagang, that's my really, I've got dyscalculia. Numbers just dance around in my eyes. So, if
Waterloo,
I add them, baka yung 9 nandito na, tapos yung 7 lumipat.
Yeah,
So,
but
sabi ko
numbers
sa
we just
kanya,
give
Just
her.
give
Science.
yeah, may mga ano, may mga
numbers,
sarili kaming
may mga
ano,
sarili kaming
strength,
skills and strength. Yes.
And sinabi ko sa kanya, this is my downfall. Yep, I can start a business, whatever, what not. But I like your strength on finances. Can I lean on you on that? So,
This is like a match made in heaven, you know?
It
like
is, it
you're
is,
like
yeah.
you created this for a reason and for the right purpose, you know. And having said that, taking international artists from the Philippines, you know, those, you know, famous or whatever the status, it's not that easy as well. How do you actually filter or maybe choose the rightful performers so that you can, obviously, you know, you need to gain as well profit out of
course,
this.
yeah.
But how do you actually maximize all these things? How do you balance this? Because you need to be fair, you need to be inclusive, right?
Yep.
When it comes to this, so that you can create a quality show, right? How do you do that? Do you just research on this, or do you normally network with other people? Because again, being a beginner, and as you have mentioned a while ago, you don't have any experience at all on this one. But how do you manage all of these things?
I think that's where the business hat comes in. Where okay, how much is the talent fee?
We do a lot of deliberation.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then
we talk a lot.
sometimes yung the fandom, the fanatic inside of us, nando doon. It's like, oh, let's get
Oh yeah,
Kaya
it's
lang,
the right
we,
time.
we step back and hang on. We can't just make decision on emotions. Let's sit on the numbers, the profit and loss. Is it feasible? Is it not feasible? Is it marketable? You know, will Filipino audience, you know, who is our market? There are 70,000 Filipinos here alone in Victoria. But are they all willing to
Gonna
pay
watch, yeah.
and shell out $150
For this particular artist, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
$550,
Yeah.
you know, per ticket. And that's, you know, the 550 ticket, that's already a person's mortgage or rent in a week,
Yeah,
you know, or
So
that's already
check
their
and balance.
pension in a
Yes,
fortnight.
That's true.
So you know, you have to just really look into everything, and then how many are they? So yeah, checks and balance.
That's
Lots of factors.
Lots of-
Yeah, we need to
So
consider.
it will take you like a month to maybe filter out everything before you can then invite another artist to perform here, right? Because you don't need to do shows every month, right? It could be every quarter, it could be every 6 months. It doesn't matter, maybe, when it comes to that.
Ideally,
What's ideal?
What's
What's
ideal?
ideally for me, every 6 months. Is
Yeah,
safe.
we're okay with every
Yeah,
6
every
Why,
6
why
months.
is that? For other people to know, because you know maybe some people would like to become a producer like you guys, and at least you can give them a bit of an idea. Why 6 months? Why not every month? Why not every 3 months? What are
One
the
is we all
considerations?
first things we all work. We've
I
got full time
understand.
jobs, so it takes a lot of time. And plus, when we want to produce or put up a show, we want to make sure that we plan it properly.
Yeah, well.
The careful
Planning, organizing, and making sure that we meet all the requirements and everything. Everything comes into planning and putting it all together as a lot of work. And we don't want to put a stress on ourselves anyway. So we would like to enjoy it as much as we like working and also enjoying what we do.
I love that because you are doing this like not just for fun, but you have that passion at the same time, and you are into charity. You've got good-hearted
got ambitions,
individual, the three of you. I call you Tres Marias today. Really good that you have that. You put them together in one plate for the right reason and the right purpose. And with that, with the talent fee, a lot of people will be curious about this. I'm sure every single international artist costs a lot of money. But the question is, and this is the question from other people as well, why does international Filipino artists, we need to pay them in US dollars instead of paying them, because they don't live in America, they live in the Philippines. Why do we actually pay them in US dollars and not Filipino pesos? Why their talent fees per like that? Why is it US dollars? And
I suppose it's because mas maraming Pilipino sa US, and US dollar is the international accepted currency. So it's in US dollars.
can they not be? Is there a law that says that it should be US dollars wherever they go? I'm curious
There's
myself.
no law, but it's their it's their process policy. So we comply. So if they say
see.
150 US dollars, then we convert that into Australian dollars.
But this can be
I think
flexible, right?
it's a common common currency for if they are doing a world tour. So like it's easier for them not
It's
just
more
convert and
recognized,
recognize ang US dollar than
I see.
yung current currency
Yeah.
where they're going.
Oh,
so
I see.
so if they say 50,000 US dollars, then they can just say to Canada or to Australia to just 50, and it's up to them to convert that.
But have
so
they-
it's a common currency.
So have they converted their Philippine peso talent fee to a US dollar to make it as? Is that like that? Does it work like that?
The way I see it, they base it on the U.S. market. So
What?
a lot
Do you
of
think it's fair? This is a good.
It's
This
not.
is a good
no,
point.
No, it's not.
And,
so
and why do we tolerate this producers here in Australia? Why do we do that?
They
why
don't
do
tolerate it, but then there's always negotiation.
I
There's always
see.
room
That's
for
good then.
negotiation and
Yeah.
mediation.
Yeah.
So they can say, I can say my fee is $100 per hour, but someone may say, but I don't have 100.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do pro bono.
But the reason being
Yeah.
I've asked is because this has been asked to me before as well, and other people would say like, hey, if I work in this country, I have my own talent fee, and I just convert it into whatever countries I go to, right? I think that's the most ideal part, and that's why they're curious, and I'm also became curious about it. Like, it must be fair, and if there's no law that promulgates this, what can we do?
What
But
can
so
we
it's
do?
all up
Yeah.
to the producer how you deal with this, right?
Economics. It's supply and demand dictates
Yeah.
whatever.
Are they worth them?
whatever
Yeah.
price there is?
Yeah. Because they actually can give you a price like, hey, I've been a supermodel for the past maybe 50 years. Pay me
There's no
this. They can just.
standard, yeah.
There's no standard.
Standard,
I just thought
yeah.
about that today. There should
That's
be
the
a
rule of thumb.
There should be maybe a law that could promulgate this so that the producer, especially, I'm talking about Australia,
Yep.
you'll have a fair share of everything, because it's not easy, as you have mentioned. It's not easy to do this, and you have to make sure that this might not cater other individuals here. Maybe they won't pay this, they won't buy this ticket, and it's also hard for you. It's a hard. Some of them are hard to sell, and you make sure that you have your own marketing strategy. So I guess, in the maybe in the long run, producers could, in Australia, could think about what should be the standard. They can't just give you like, hey, I'm an artist 10 years ago, you should pay me. And then one more thing. I heard that producers also pay the plus one. Let's say they have a makeup artist, they have an assistant like this. Is that fair on a producer? 'Cause I think international artists wouldn't think about this. They only think, you're from Australia, you're from the US, you can pay me whatever. Do you just say yes to this? Let's say, hey, I've got +5. Like my cousin will be coming, my husband will be coming. Do you need to pay that?
Like I said, they can stipulate everything in a contract,
Mm-hmm.
and it can be mediated, it can be negotiated.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes,
And as soon as you sign that dotted line, you have to deliver.
That's right. But in your own opinion, do you think you should always follow what the international artists would say? Because some of them, they have their yayas, they have their cousins and this and that, and you have to pay for everything. That's not fair, guys, for the
I guess
international artists.
For me, so long as it's gonna help the artist perform, there's a line, like you said, kasama ba yung yaya, kasama ba this one, but if
Will
it's
not contribute to the
that's right.
show
If it's
or
gonna,
for the-
that's right. If
What
it's
if it's
gonna,
just visiting with them? They watch it as well? Because libre naman. They'll come. I mean,
We haven't really encountered that.
Yeah.
However, again, it's subject. The safest answer to that is everything is subject
Yeah.
for negotiation.
True. And hopefully there will be a standard policy when it comes to this, because everything is just different loose ends somewhere, I guess. And I feel for the producer, like, you invest so much on this, and it's not easy. I mean, if the shows just break even, what can you do? We have to move forward, right? And obviously international artists will just be there, and they know that they have their own money and they pay me, but the producers itself, something like that. Yeah.
That's why you can't be a fan, because all of your you will decide by your emotions.
True.
You really have to stop and think: is this feasible? It's creating jobs. It's creating
Yes.
Oh yeah,
a
definitely.
lot of advantages within the community, because you draw people, and then these people will buy. There's coffee across the road. There's yada yada. So it does help with the economy. Kaya lang, you really have to help yourself first.
You have to invest
really look-
more from
you have to look, will it work for you?
it's not just the money, the invested money, but the time. And you mentioned something very important earlier. You said networking. That's very important. That's key, because you see us a lot. We go out.
Yeah, I saw all the
Right.
photos.
So
like,
we
oh my
build our
goodness.
networks, because that's
Yeah.
important in the
Relationship,
business that we're
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, you look after your
Relationship.
partners, official partners, which
Yes.
is true.
Oh,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
we
It's
do.
they're not just sponsors, but they're there as your family
Yeah,
and friend
yeah,
all throughout.
yeah,
Because this is
absolutely.
now, your journey as producers, and this is a long-term commitment, right? You said yes to this. You don't want to just go back and forth.
Yeah.
And again, investing of the whole thing about yourself, including the family at the same time, because sometimes you have a meeting and your family is waiting at home and all that, so you weigh things up. So it's not easy to become a producer.
No.
Maybe when you're on
That's why 6 months lang. Every 6 months lang.
that's why during the show, even you all look like, wow, I feel good today, but inside it might be a bit of a stress, a bit of a worry, doubts, and everything. But at the end of the day, you really portray that great leadership. Especially when I watched the other show last time. It was very successful. Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
I can see that despite of, in every show there are always highs and lows,
Yep.
but you remain really, elegant,
That's what you saw.
composed.
Behind the
Right?
scenes.
Behind the scenes, we were getting sick in the
Wow,
stomach.
look at this. But speaking of that, what are those unforgettable, let's start with the challenges that you think, those part of growing, and how these unique challenges, has shaped you to become a better version of you in producing more shows, and you never gave up. Who wants to answer
challenges.
this?
Well, I guess the friendship has been tested after that first show.
Yes.
Okay. First the friendship.
We cried, and
Don't
I think
Don't
sleepless
sleep.
nights. Was it 2 weeks before the concert?
Yes.
Yeah, sleepless
Sleepless
nights,
nights.
and the Monday meetings became
Monday.
Monday to Friday meetings closer to the
Time.
concert. Yeah, so
on top of your
The non-drinker
right.
became a drinker.
stress reliever.
Stress relief. Yes.
that's right.
yes.
That's right.
How
But
many coffees?
that's right.
Mm.
But after the concert, stronger relationship. It's and not only that, it's like hindi tayo nag-away-away. Even though it's especially on the night, it was so stressful.
Yep.
We all had different
Responsibilities.
tasks, responsibilities,
tasks,
and
yes.
we were all stressed in our own little corner. But then we were still there
I
to
think the
support each
secret
other.
to that is, for example, when I'm fired up, you allow me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You allow me
correct.
to express what I needed to express.
Yeah.
And then it's just within the group. Sa amin lang naman. I don't make taray
Yeah.
sa ibang
And you don't post it on
tao.
Facebook or
Yeah.
something.
No.
That's
no,
good. Be
Facebook.
professional.
When
Yeah.
when I'm frustrated and everything, kahit sa kanila or sa ibang tao, they gave me that space to be who I am.
Yeah.
And then pagka ganon, they will front. They will cover for me.
Yes.
So when Charmaine was also tested with her patience and everything, I've never seen her really go fire up. So then okay, I'll look after you. I will do the the talking or whatnot, the negotiation and everything. So we're
yeah.
there to support each other.
Support,
Unlike
yeah.
when you're on your own.
Yes.
That's right.
Iba.
You're just gonna go boom.
Yeah, I know.
At least, and the trust, like what Maria said earlier, it's the trust. When Charmaine said, okay, you talk kasi I'm at this level, I'm at
Yeah.
this boiling point, she trusted me. And then when sila yung sige, diyan ka lang muna, Chrissy. We'll,
Yes.
We'll take
Yes.
you to take
And we-
turns.
and you
We
know what?
ask you to
Diyan ka lang, oo.
take the back seat
Yes,
if we
yes.
need to.
And,
Yeah.
and that's the level of trust we have. We call each other's behaviors. We say, masyado ka ng mataray, kami muna. Or vice versa.
Relax
And
ka.
then,
Yeah.
Relax ka lang dyan.
And then we acknowledge that. So,
Yeah.
like, sige, tayo
Yeah.
muna ako.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
I love your dynamics. 'Cause
So,
you
hindi talaga
complement with each
nagkagano.
other. I think
Compliment,
because of the
compliment.
friendship, the foundation of that relationship.
But I actually thought it was going to be harder because we're friends.
It can be the other way.
It can be the other way
Yeah.
around. But then we talked about trust. So that's key. Respect for each other. That's why we're able to support each other in this manner because of those two key things: trust and respect. Yes.
Speaking of
disclose
that-
ko lang baka akala nyo kabilang dalawa ni Charmaine ang nagagano. She would also say, hindi ko to gusto. I'm just gonna be quiet. Bahala na muna kayo.
Sometimes siya yung neutralizer. So, pag may na kami, neutralizer.
Meron din si Maria na, teka, I'm not appreciating this yada. Tatahimik muna ako.
Yes.
I don't wanna say anything.
Yes, because
ano.
diba
Yeah.
they said if you're upset,
Just yeah.
Don't respond to your email. Don't respond to that
True.
phone call if
And
when
don't
you're
say
upset.
anything.
So yes, that's
You'll
right.
say something
So
that
it
will
did tested
destroy.
talagang
Yes,
yung
Talagang yung ano.
yung ano namin, yung patience and resilience.
I love
you
your
know,
dynamics.
and we've got each other to say na, you know, yeah.
I think this is the right time to ask each one of you, what have you learned from these two? You start with Charmaine and then Chrissy.
Kinabahan ako sa tanong.
What did you learn?
What have you learned during those challenges? What have you learned? Even just one word, two words, whatever it is. What have you learned from Charmaine?
Well,
and
I'm
from
gonna
Chrissy? I'll start with her, okay?
Well,
You have your turn.
I'm gonna answer, as a whole, right?
Can you do it like one at a time? I want you to be more personal.
Well, the first one is the first. I'll do both first
Okay,
because
both.
the thing is the one thing that comes to mind is they've got my back.
Okay.
Okay, whatever happens, hindi nila ako lalaglag. Okay.
Correct.
Charmaine. Hirap naman ito.
Inom muna ako.
Teka, ako muna.
I want it honest.
Ako na, siya yung pinakamabait.
Sige.
Siya yung talagang pinakamabait, you know.
Talaga ba?
At saka ano din, if you ask for her help, pagka area niya, binibigay ko sa kanya. Pag area ko, sige, I'm happy to do that. You
That's
know.
good. That's good.
She's the organizer within us.
Mhm.
Like, Chrissy, remember to do this. Yan.
To remind you, yeah. I can see that
Reminder.
even on the text, like, hey, we're gonna have this podcast. Like,
Makulit.
Ano siya, she never turns away anybody. Okay, anybody needs help, she's always there. Na, saka, nothing's too hard. Okay? Palaging, no, parang konting tweak lang. This is the way we're gonna do it.
Yes.
So, and she's always there for anybody.
That's good. Wow, I love this.
Thank
I love
you.
this.
Thank you.
know.
What's the
Tres
negative?
Marias.
I want to know the
No,
negative.
I did ask them what has they've
Which is
learned
negative
from you.
in the ano.
We'll do one at a time, yeah? So you've learned. How about for Chrissy? What have you learned from Chrissy?
Chrissy.
During those challenges.
What have I learned about her? Or
Yeah, Chrissy in general.
well, Chrissy in general. So Chrissy, when si Chrissy parang ano yan parang she's always composed, professional.
Cool.
Pero what you realize is, pag during stressful situation, she's a human being. Okay?
She cries as well.
She cries as well, like me, like Charmaine. Yes, so she cries as well. Meron din tayong mga, no matter, because I see Chrissy, strong woman, but during those stressful situations, lahat tayo, we become human beings.
Yeah.
Na umiiyak din tayo. Sumisigaw din tayo.
True. Oh, we have to be human, diba?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Wow, thank you for that. How about from Maria? What have you learned from Maria?
Ay,
Neutralizer
The journey.
namin yan.
Yeah, neutralizer. Peace.
I thought tranquilizer.
Parang peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Parang
Wow.
siyang peacemaker.
Like,
Yeah.
because I'm sure with this,
And gentle, very
gentle,
gentle.
yeah.
So pag kailangan namin ng difficult person, ikaw na muna dyan. Ikaw na umarap.
Oh, that's good.
pag yung naano na yung patience namin pag nataano na, okay, sige. Ikaw na, Maria, it's your turn. So parang siya yung peacemaker.
Pero ano yung when it comes to producing the show, what was that unforgettable moment that you think that you've lost already your patience? Let's go back to that moment. When you've lost your patience, you've lost even emotionally already overpowered by what's happening.
I think it's natural na sa amin na nagdi-debrief. I just go to her and say, ba. And then she'll say, okay, I think your energy and whatnot is exhausted na. I'll look after that. So, ganun din.
But what was
Ganun
the
din.
instance in that
It's
in that
hard to
maybe
say.
show or something?
It's hard to say,
Meron
pero
bang instance na where we did had
You feel like, maybe in the producing a show, for example.
okay, eto na lang.
Example,
Not
yeah.
everyone think like us.
Mhm.
That's granted.
Mhm.
Daliri nga eh.
Mhm.
And not everyone maaring mas experiencado ang iba.
Mhm.
We may have little experience, but paano ba? Nako-compensate in a way where we're fast learners.
Mhm.
Like yung stress nga na naranasan namin. It's because this is outside our comfort zone. This is the first
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
You know, so and then we keep reminding each other, we will get through this, we will get through this, and then the future show. This is our learning curve. The future engagement, the future whatever we're gonna do, it will just be, easier for us.
That's good.
So
to
what
know.
we've learned from the very first show is, it's baptism of fire for the three of us.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Why do you
Baptism
think
of
it's
fire.
baptism of fire?
Kasi doon namin nalaman na, oh my God, the audio, the visual, and lights are all different. We've been watching shows like Miss
Oh yeah, we
Saigon.
do love to watch shows.
Yes,
What that's
yes.
one thing also.
know,
We
and-
love to watch shows,
And now we're gonna be like,
concerts.
what's that
Yeah.
like? Look, they're doing the manuals.
We're becoming
That
ano
inspired
na.
you to.
Oh,
And
oh.
you know what? Thanks for bringing that up because after we did the first show, when we watch a show, a concert, hindi na kami nakaka-focus sa concert.
Because you look at the
Yes,
lighting,
the other
the
technical,
audio.
like the technical, the sound, the
Yes.
lights, the
They're like
everyone,
experts
even
now.
pati mga audience,
yes,
mga
yes,
ganyan.
it's all about
We look to look
Yes,
everywhere
that's
na.
because we want to learn.
Yeah.
You know, we want to learn. And that's the big change.
Yeah.
That's a shift.
It's
after
actually
the first
a big,
production.
the big
yes.
eye opener
Yes,
for us.
true.
Yung first concert namin. Kasi we just like, oh yeah, we want to produce this. We love this.
Easy.
And then easy. And then when 2 weeks before the show, that's when all this, all this
Realization.
realization
Yeah. Oh my
comes
God,
in.
this
This is how big it is, the
this is,
responsibility,
the lights,
the
the everything,
requirement.
the technical, the the
You would have thought
stage
it's
and everything.
easy, but no.
Technical, rider, yung mga hospitality and everything. No, we don't know anything. We learn
We
from
learn
the
from that
talaga.
experience.
From that
And
experience.
another positive note on that is the artists that February concert were very supportive.
Good.
They've taught us,
We were
given
lucky.
us a lot of tips as well. And very pasensyoso sila because they know it's our first time.
And they're very, talagang beautiful people.
They're beautiful
talaga sila.
people.
I'm
They're
sure.
inside
Yeah,
out.
even on
Talagang-
stage.
They will love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I
Talaga.
watched the show by the way.
Yeah.
So that's good. And I would like to congratulate you guys for that first stint. Very successful, well applauded. Oh my goodness, you must be proud of yourself.
The
And
energy na lang of the crowd.
That's right.
Yes.
Even the
And-
artists appreciated it, you know.
And
In one of their
because-
interviews, when they mentioned the word Melville,
yeah.
you know, their faces are lit up. So it says a lot to us.
Yeah. And I think looking at the three of you, there's something about you that's really fiery in a positive way. There is something like a magnet that you create, the three of you. It's like you are, apart from being Tres Marias, there's something like a trio
Yeah.
power, the power
Tawag
trio.
doon.
There's a power trio, power trio.
May tawag doon,
Right?
Espiritu Santo.
Espiritu Santo. Espiritu Santo.
You know, if you're transparent and you think positive, speak
Yeah.
positive,
We were
and
all
everything,
really positive
Yeah.
and
True.
really wanted to learn.
and you
Yeah.
enhance each other.
We're all
we
very
support
open.
each other.
Yeah,
It's very
true,
open.
true.
And she said the word magnet, right?
Yeah.
And it's so true because Crazy, one point ko, para kaming nag-vault in. Magnet talaga.
And then when you're together, you attract people. Because I've met Sister Charmaine for a long time, no?
We've
And
known
then I've
each
met you
other.
recently, only this year, and even you this year as well. But having the three of you, it feels like, wow, if you say something, you're hypnotizing me already. I want to go there. There's something
nice.
about that. I'm
That's
not
so nice.
I'm not exaggerating that
That's
we're
nice.
filming today, but it's
Yeah.
not. You have that
okay.
certain power. I call it power trio na lang.
Yeah.
Power trio that when you create anything, whether it's food, whether it's a show, people will just draw closer. It's really a magnet, and I think that's a gift. And I believe as well as a coach myself, authenticity brings longevity, and that's also one of the key to success as well. So
we're not hiding anything.
yes,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
Wala
yeah.
kaming
What
ibang
you see
agenda.
is what you
I love-
get.
What you see
That's
is
why I
what
love
you
your
get.
presence, like whenever I'm not exaggerating, I love your presence because you have a lot of creativity in your mind, and when you speak from the heart, and you just put all on the table, and this is what we're gonna do, and there's no like hidden agendas or anything like that. So congratulations. And why do you think Epic? Show your shirt.
Epic.
Epic events and entertainment.
Epic
Why
actually-
Epic? Who actually
I
started
tried.
this, and how did you actually
me,
come up to
actually.
just one? name.
EPIC stands for Empowered Pinays Impacting Communities.
Wow, that's
So that's
so
the,
good.
that's the name.
Yes.
We were all wanted to get a name that would create an impact. Para in future it will become a legacy.
Longevity as well.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. To get a long-term impact
Such a good
to our
word, too.
community, and plus we wanted to empower You know, everyone, not just the ladies, but you know, particularly you were saying about new producers. We wanted to connect with them too. We wanted to put it all
We
wanna
together,
empower each other.
empower each
Yes,
other,
lift each other up.
support
It's very
each other,
important.
lift each other up. And then plus on our other goal or mission, like we said earlier, yung aming mission.
I was supposed to ask that, but yes, good.
Impacting community. Because we were already serving in the community. Each one of us has got a role in the community. And so this impacting community serves as our goal
Yeah.
from
So the name says it all, yeah?
Yeah, the name
Empowered
actually
Pinoy
says it all.
Impacting community.
Yeah, and it's
Epic.
powerful. It's epic.
Epic.
It's like
yes.
Everyone, epic.
prestigious,
It's
magnificent.
epic.
You know,
Yeah,
excellent.
ganon,
You've
oo.
raised the bar, ladies.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
goodness.
that's the name. That's
Yeah.
the story behind the name.
And see, at this time, those who are watching this, interview discussion right now, they'll be inspired to maybe to produce. Obviously, you need to have a bit of like finances in the background as well. It's not as easy just create
Yeah,
something like this
yeah,
and then
yeah.
let's just get something from someone from the Philippines and all that. But for you guys, being an instrument of for others is really would create a huge impact that would inspire them. At the same time, how they will start, they'll strategize how they can start, because what you have shared a while ago, you also think about charities, think about empowering other people, not just the profit and the loss and the share, whatever it is, but what can you bring? How can you make a difference? And that's what Motivation wants to achieve as well. I want someone here on my podcast and even interviews to someone who could want to make a difference in other people's lives, in many walks of life, and also multicultural at the same time. And you are one of those, perfect to be in this segment. And I really hope that in all of your events, whether it's gonna be here in Melbourne or anywhere, I hope that you continue to do good and inspire other people to continue to pay it forward like you guys. And I'm so happy. And I just want to ask this as well. Since you have that very much inclusive in your heart and very happy to help other people, how can you help others, those Filipino international artists, being an Epic Events and Entertainment? For them, they're not really that popular compared to others, right? And you talk about the market a while ago, how can we actually be more enticing to other people here for them to watch? But how can you elevate their potentials for them to come to Australia and also perform on stage, just like any other popular artists in the Philippines? But these people are just starting. Perhaps they've been in the business for 2 years, 3 years, but they have potentials. But no one knows them, because no one back in the Philippines is all about status and all that.
Yep.
So if they're not known, and if they're not known here, how can you, and being in that epic, events and entertainment, how can you give them the chance to be on stage here?
By creating more shows
Yeah.
in the future.
Okay. So even if they're not,
Or
as you have mentioned,
exposure,
it's
yeah.
really hard. Yeah. Okay. You want to
We-
expose them.
Exposure,
We
yeah.
You're willing to
I think-
invest something for them.
I think
There you go,
first,
guys. Contact
first is
Epic.
first, I think you have to believe to that
Yes.
person.
Yep.
You have to believe that that person's got that talent, and you believe it's like the same like product. If you are wanting to, you wanted to sell a product, you have to believe first. You have to see it first. So once you believe that that person has got that talent, then it's easier.
The personality.
Yep. It's
Uh,
easier to sell,
and the-
to bring them, that bring the
And we will work hard to promote them.
Definitely.
We will be
You
out
always
there,
do. You always
do.
So yes.
Wow.
So,
that's
particularly, we had one instance now. This we don't know this artist. So
Yeah.
you have this artist that was told to us that this so and so, and then we say, what are their songs? We want to know first. So
like
we
their
we have to
profile,
research.
bios.
We
Yeah.
have to do
Google.
background.
Yeah.
We
their
have to
potential.
find out first what are their songs, what genre, what are they doing.
Yeah.
So we do our research for that
That's good.
artist first.
That's good to
Yeah.
hear from you guys. And for those international Filipino artists are watching right now, you would know that this 3 lovely ladies here, Epic Events and Entertainment, they do not discriminate. So if you have what it takes, to come to Australia and perform, and even if you think that you're not as popular, well known in the Philippines, but you have the potential, please contact Epic Events and Entertainment through me, or maybe later on our bio, we can share as well their FB page and their website too, so you can also reach out to them. That is really good to hear from you, that you are very #inclusive. That's good. Now, question to you, Maria. Personal, okay?
Yes.
Personal. What what motivates you, and what also makes you cry in general?
So what motivates me in general is I wake up every morning knowing that what I do makes a difference in our community. So not just Epic, the job that I do, I work with special needs children. So I wake up, knowing that okay, today I'm going to make a difference. It doesn't matter, no matter how small, you still make the difference. Yes,
That's good.
that's what motivates
What
me.
makes you cry?
So sometimes the
Or upset, maybe,
well,
in general?
when you know how there's only so much you can do for a person, you want to do more, but it's actually it's beyond your control. So when it's limited like that, that's what upsets me.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's
Chrissy
good to
knows
know.
that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Chrissy, your turn. Thanks,
It's,
Maria.
it's the same. I've
Copy
got
paste.
I've got ASM Health Services. And like I said, it's very personal to me.
Yeah.
My first husband was in a wheelchair. We didn't get what he needed back then.
Yeah.
So I created, ASM Health. It's been a dream of both of us in the
Yeah.
past. And then I would highly advocate for people with disability, children and elderly. So it's that's why ASM Health Services exist. And apart from that, I've got also Christina Borromeo Consulting, helping other businesses who wants to help. But I'm very selective who I want to coach and teach, because you have to have the passion to do so. And if you're in for the money, NDIA home care package, it's an unprofitable business if you're doing the right thing.
I see.
It's this it's just not for us to profit, but just to really help out.
That's good to
Yeah.
know. But what could be? I'll change a little bit of the question about what can upset you in the future, but in general. But maybe do it this way. What could be the possible challenges, setbacks that could draw you back from focusing on your vision, your goals, everything?
I don't know, because someone told me I am aiming for the moon. I can say I am already at the moon.
Okay, so
And I've
no
got-
distractions or any
No.
setbacks that could really.
When I'm focused,
your
it may
attention.
took 18 years, 19
That's
years,
good to know.
but at least I get where I want to be, because it's sitting in my head, and it's one thing that I want to do. So what sets me back? I don't know. I've got
Wow.
so many stars now as my next destination, or the
don't
next
have time with the
universe.
distractions.
If I could just add to that, I think these are just setbacks. The way I've seen us, the three of us
Yeah.
work together, we may have setbacks, but that actually drives us to strive even more.
More, yeah.
Yes, it's like okay, it's a
Challenge
setback.
becomes a
That's right. We
inspiration.
it's like
yeah.
we use that as an opportunity. It's a setback. Let's how can we change it? How can we move forward?
It's like time. You
yeah.
can make things happen if you really want it to materialize,
that's right.
to happen.
And
And what are the setbacks? We're in Australia. I can walk in a bank and borrow money. I can ask these people, or a lot of people out there, who will co-invest in my vision, because I've got lines
So
of
networks,
projects.
yeah.
oh, we have
That's
a
good.
lot of dreams.
that's good, but we
have
just
a lot
don't.
of dreams.
Yes, don't dream, right? We
No,
make it happen.
no,
no,
no.
And I love
That's
this.
a lot of-
I love
yeah.
this conversation, because I can people can really see and feel that you are very much empowered and strong. Women. That's really
And I
good.
bring these ladies with me as well, and other ladies out there who
Yeah.
will share the passion and the vision that we've got, and the values.
Good.
That's also an important thing. It's
Yeah.
values. It's not everything is
Nice.
about dollars and cents.
Correct.
True.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
And
we
you
we share the same values, and that's why
There
we
you go,
work
yeah.
We go
very
we work
well together.
That's
Yes.
good. Oh my God,
Yeah.
such a match made in heaven.
Yes.
How about you, Charmaine? What motivates you, and what could be the possible challenges, setbacks that could draw you back from focusing on your vision?
What motivates me? I think I draw my energy from inspiration from other people, not just my work colleagues, but also being out there and seeing other people. I may be able to help you in terms of time, sharing my talents and sharing whatever I have, not just money or talents that I've got or time. I'm wanting to share that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any possible challenges?
Challenges,
setbacks that maybe you could redivert
setbacks.
your attention and focusing on like this is my goal, but then hey, this is happening. What could be the possibility? What are those maybe?
Mga challenges. I think I'm the patient really person in this
that's what you
group.
said.
So
I
ang
told you,
hirap.
she just tweaks.
So
The show must
no
go
one
on.
can
Ang
put
ako
a good woman
tweak.
down.
Yeah.
No,
So,
no.
ang hirap
That's
minsan
good to know.
mag-say no sa mga and then ako yung pinakamahabang pasensya. So, pag dumating na sa point na yon, okay. Doon na ako na lumalabas na yung but I try to these two are very
Balance it,
helpful.
yeah.
Balance
That's
na.
good.
Pag dumating ako sa point
The
na
yin
yun,
and the
they
yang.
Yes,
they come in,
that's the
they come in.
perfect term. We
Yeah,
balance
yeah.
each other out.
They come in.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And your ikigai, your purpose at the center of the three of you. So you exactly, no matter what's happening, whether it's personal or maybe professional, like
Yeah.
each one of you has your own, things to do as well professionally, but you still focus on that because you have that purpose, the ikigai
Yeah.
that you have in your heart, which is good. Oh my goodness. Speaking of this, the power trio, right? And you talk about your friendship. It seems like it's like a menu or a certain food that it's just perfect taste. Even if it's a master chef would create this, it's just perfect in all aspects. The plating, the taste, the whatever's in that food, right? That's the three of you. I'm not exaggerating. But now with the friendship, talking about this in general, what could break a relationship, especially when it comes to business? A lot of people there, they're putting up a business with their friends or colleagues or whatever. In general, let's talk about maybe what can break a relationship,
Yeah.
friendship. Let's talk about that, and relationship in a business. Each one of you can say something.
Well, I've already mentioned the two earlier:
Yeah.
trust, respect,
Trust
and
and
let's
respect.
let's add honesty. We're
Yeah,
open and
integrity.
honest at all times. There's no hidden agenda. Yeah, honest. We're very honest with each
True.
other.
So
Yeah.
authentic, very
Yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anything else apart from what she's mentioned?
Siguro when we retire, I think we're not
Retire.
able to do what we do.
Yeah.
Suppose that will,
Aga pa
but we
ng
will still,
retirement,
we will still be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll still be making margaritas for
Yeah.
these two.
But no one can break that relationship, right?
No.
Obviously, yeah. You create that harmony. But apart from the respect, honesty, and is it the balance that you have mentioned a while ago?
Professional.
Anything else that maybe any relationship out there, or maybe a business relationship, what could be the most important thing that they need to always look after so that they become more powerful and no one can break them, no one can break the relationship, and it become more successful, they keep going?
I think they have to
Apart
go.
from what you have mentioned.
I think they have to go back to their goal and mission. Once yung business goes through a journey, you always have challenges.
Yeah, highs and lows.
And high and lows, and you've got some stones and that you will encounter along the way. But it's always good to go back to what your
What's the purpose?
mission, what's your
Yes.
purpose,
Yes.
what's your
What's your
goal,
purpose? Yes.
what's your
Yes,
goal. I
true.
think it's always good to go back.
That's so
Hey,
true.
you're forgetting. We need to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Yes.
forgetting. Hey,
Yeah.
remember we have to do this. So
Yeah.
that reminds us all together to say
Yeah.
we have this mission. We have
Yeah.
this goal in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're
It's
going
nice to
wayward,
know.
then
Yeah.
go back
And
there.
it's
I think
always-
that's always I see in
That's
my
right.
other
Yeah.
businesses is what was the goal, or you're going
What's the
somewhere else. What's the
purpose?
purpose?
Yeah.
The purpose, yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
At least you know your values itself. You look after your relationship, and this is a good inspiration to other relationship, business relationship, or maybe just friendship. Like friends. It's very important we value one another's strengths and weaknesses. We balance the yin and the yang, and what are the possible maybe other ventures that you need to do. You talk to each other. There is integrity, and there is, again, I said always all the time, authenticity is very important, and the communication, right? Because sometimes in any relationship, whether it's friendship or business, sometimes you feel upset, but you don't want to talk to that person because that person might get upset. But you blow it out on Facebook, or you blow it out to other people, and that becomes negative already, right? So your values are really good because you talk to each other. You sit down, you talk, you let each other, like, okay, you talk, panic, stress, whatever. Give each other the chance to be yourself. I think that is very important in any relationship itself, personal or professional, I guess. And everyone should learn from this. Otherwise, you won't be able to focus on your vision. And I would like to add on that one, even as you focus on your vision, you make sure that you understand why you have that vision. You must anchor that why into your vision, because whatever setbacks comes along the way, you always look back, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And you say, oh, this is for my family, this is for my future, whatever. And then you refocus again. It's like a lens. Refocus again on your vision. It's like a navigator, right? Sometimes you lost track, just like today I lost. I missed the turn, so navigator would say recalculate. So
Definitely.
that is very important in many
Yeah.
instances and circumstances as well, whether it's business or relationship or whatever you do in life at the same time. So
Yeah.
thank you for that. I've
Yes.
learned so much from you.
I'll
Yes,
add
yes,
on
please.
that. Don't
Yes,
be afraid
please.
of the setback. That's where you learn.
yes.
That's right.
That's where you become wiser.
Yes.
That's the opportunity to
That's
grow.
the opportunity to
That's why they always say
grow.
experience is the best teacher.
Exactly.
Yes.
You
But
know how to
in
reevaluate
saying
yourself.
that, if you've seen other people's experience, learn from that as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know.
They
And
become
yeah.
your mirror as well, right?
Yeah.
follow your gut feel.
Yeah.
Suppose.
Oh, gut feel, yes. Do you follow your gut feel as well?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Instinct?
Yes.
Yeah, something
yes.
like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Gut feel.
And
How
we,
about you?
we say that to each other.
I'm vulnerable.
I don't feel
sometimes.
That's the only thing you
So ito yung
These
ano,
two are like-
yes.
the two of us,
Ito,
balance.
yes,
The
that's
two of us are
why,
like,
yes. Otherwise,
not sure
ako
about
lang.
this, yeah.
You know, in a relationship,
And
we need
you
this
know-
kind of,
Yeah, kailangan may compliment
what do you call
eh.
this? Personalities. There is something like a salt and
Gullible,
pepper.
yeah.
There is sweet and
Yes.
sour.
Yeah.
So, Chrissy and myself, the
Yeah.
moment we walk into a room, we already feel.
The
We already
energy.
look at each other,
Oh.
and
And that's I always
that's
give
the
that an
instinct,
advice.
yeah.
Either whatever, follow your gut feel because I myself have learned my lesson in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
Just something is saying yada da, but now I just follow my gut feel.
Wow.
If it's not okay or
You can really feel that, right? It's like, I call it like an energy.
Energy,
The energy itself, the
The
universe is
energy.
telling you something like, oh,
Yes,
not
that's
that. You
right.
can't trust that. Don't partner with that person because, it will just, affect
Yeah.
the relationship or maybe the business and all that. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we do talk a lot about
We do
it.
talk about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
Not
yeah,
being
lalo na-
marites, but
no,
you sit
we
down
have
and
to
talk
really
like,
have to know because
balance the
we need to
decision.
know her opinion, we need to know and
That's
my
right.
opinion, so
Yeah.
we have to share each other.
Yeah.
Kahit na ano pa yan,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
driving in one car. You have the navigator.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you lose track, you recalculate, but still you have to talk like, oh, maybe I know the way,
Yeah.
and you
Yes.
try and balance, check
there's,
and balance.
There's no such thing as a silly question. If for
true.
example, something comes up and I'll say, is it just me? I'm feeling this way.
This
Is
way.
it just me or am I, what do you think? So
Yeah, and then
we
they can
always check
clarify.
in. We always check in because,
Yeah.
and for everyone out there, there's no such thing as a silly question.
Yeah.
If you're
Oh my God,
unsure or
yes,
if if you want to double check,
When
if
in
you
doubt, ask.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
in
some
doubt,
people
ask.
feel
When in doubt,
that.
ask.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
good. I
yes.
think that's the
Yeah.
major, what is a rule of thumb that you need to ask if you're not sure. Otherwise, you create what? You create your own problem. You
That's
self-sabotage.
right.
Yes.
Yes.
You create your own stress.
to add it up,
Yes.
what I like in this group, we have favorite phrases lately.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's not,
Not
my
my story to tell.
Oh,
So-
epic.
Yeah,
Yeah, story to tell.
Peacemaker, right?
Oh, yes.
So,
That's true.
Yes.
If we get asked, nah, we don't.
It's not
Yeah.
our
Yeah,
It's
particularly
good as well.
in that industry.
In that industry,
Yeah.
the
Industry,
producers, because
you
there are
get a
different
lot of
producers, right?
ask. Yeah.
That's really good because otherwise it
Because
becomes
nagiging marites ka na.
yes,
Yeah.
right. It becomes negative as well.
Yeah.
And
No.
some people would say something like, "Oh, they might quote you like,
Yes.
Epic said this and
This,
that,"
this,
and become
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Only-
eventually becomes a crisis. And we
That's
don't want
right.
again
We don't want
self-sabotage. Do not create your own
No, no,
stress.
no.
Yeah.
Very important.
Only
Be
positive
professional.
Positive vibes from Epic.
Like
That's
like
it.
motivationally,
Yes,
motivationally,
yes.
positive
That's
vibes.
right. And
Positive
if
vibes lang.
anything, we know, in our own little network, we'll hear all this and that. I always say, paano pa natin, meron ba tayong pwedeng gawin para maayos
Yes,
to?
you can work it out.
Palaging
Yes,
ganun.
let's
We don't just
try.
think
Yeah.
of ourselves. We don't just think about Epic. Parang may nakita kaming kaguluhan doon, paano kaya natin pwedeng ayusin yan, ganyan.
Yeah,
So talagang, we want to help. And we're open and we're honest. We're willing to share, what we've learned. We don't see
That's what I
anybody
love
as
about
competition.
competition, no.
Wala kaming
We
competition.
try not to do
Love
to
that.
And
have
if
a
anyone wants to
competition.
ask us questions,
We're
willing
happy to share.
Yes,
That's true.
definitely.
And if you have seen my quote that I've posted on my page, like competition is very important. Not competition. My goodness. I mean, like collaboration is
Collaboration,
important
yes,
than
that's the
competition.
Yes.
Otherwise, you won't grow
Yeah.
professionally and personally, right? Then it's good to share what you know. Because one day you said, like, it's all about creating a legacy. And when you grow older, I'm not saying you're going to grow older. Age is just a number, anyways. But at least you will be able to share that
Pass
knowledge
on,
to other
yeah.
people. And we all pay it forward. That's really good. Oh my goodness. How can I clone you? Because you're just so the friendship.
We
Oh my
al-
goodness,
we
it's
also
better
want
than
that.
any Hollywood stars. Like, it's hard to find. Honestly, it's hard to find people like you
Business, yeah,
being
partners.
together. It's really epic.
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 Yeah,
Literally, it's
that's the keyword,
epic to have this kind of relationship, being friends and partners in a business. It's hard, but I wish you all the best. But before that, I would like to ask you, because a lot of people might be thinking like, oh, we would like to do this business next time. Maybe not being a producer, but business in general. The lessons that you have learned a while ago that you have mentioned, the challenges that you have also encountered, which has helped you more shaped the way you approach, putting up this kind of shows, live on stage with all these international Filipino artists. What are the maybe critical do's and don'ts that you want to share to the audience right now? So when it comes to maybe first putting up a business in general, or maybe you can talk about being a producer. You can do both. Why not? The floor is yours. Who wants to start?
Well,
Maria?
for me, never burn your bridges. Your network, whatever
yes.
happens, anything can be fixed. I will not say ill about anybody. No ill words about anybody. Maintain that professionalism. And like
So
I
that's
said,
the don'ts, yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's the don'ts. No matter what, because you know what, anything can be fixed. You and me might have this, little drama. One day, we just talk it out.
Yes.
And we
communicate.
remain that. We need to keep that, relationship. So, don't burn your bridges. Because tomorrow you might be working with
With those
that
people.
producer.
Yeah.
So the world
With this-
is kind of small.
That's right.
The
That's
world is
right.
round, yes.
And you'll see them
Yeah.
each other. That's true. So please, thank you for that. How about you? Or Chrissy, or you? Yeah.
Ikaw muna.
Do a lot of research. And don't be like, tama na yan. Hindi kasali yan, okay na yan.
Never enough.
It's never
Gusto ko yan. Oh.
Yeah.
That's good. You have your potential and there's more out there.
Like I said, we don't know this,
Think of.
but we learned a lot. We went to other concerts. She's timed everything. We were
Yes.
observing.
Yes, we
You know,
did. Yes.
you know,
That's what I'm saying. Hindi na tayo
Mm.
nakanood ng concert because of like, okay, that took 5 minutes. Okay, that took.
And you try to critique those whatever shows that you have
Yeah,
been to.
yeah.
Put them together. It's like a puzzle.
Yes,
You
yes.
put everything into each piece by piece and create your own epic puzzle.
Exactly.
And we're very thankful for all the other producers that we met as well
Oh,
because we've
nice.
learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot from them.
And it
Yeah.
opened an opportunity because they
Yes.
know we can be trusted. You know.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. How about you, Shani? Any do's and don'ts that
I-
you want to share to the public?
Yeah, I think for me is I always think myself as a work in progress. You know, you always want to absorb all the learnings, the lessons and things that you wanted to do it next time to make it more better. You know, so it's always say that I'm not perfect. You know, we all make mistakes. So I always think that I'm always work in progress.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So don't close your door, or don't close your project to say, yeah, that's all I need and that's it. No, it's always a work in progress, and I'm always open to
That's good.
to challenges and even learnings. Like we always come up with ideas and innovations and
Yeah.
and creativity.
That's
And
good.
if one says one thing, there's creation and there's innovation and there's ideas. Very creative. We all wanted to do this. You know, it's
That's
just
good
if
to
we're
know.
given more time. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think I want to add as well, no, be accountable. You know, we're all accountable to each other. When I make a
Nice.
mistake, I say,
Oh, that's
sorry,
brilliant.
Yeah.
sorry, I made a mistake. I will fix that next time.
Yeah.
Be accountable.
Relationship.
That's
Be
very
humble.
important.
Yeah. Be humble.
Yeah, it just happened a few days ago. Mali ako ng advice sa'yo.
I
Ganito
love
pala
that.
dapat. I
Yeah,
just found
you have
out
to-
today.
Yes.
No, you
Sorry.
have to own your mistakes.
You have to-
You know,
yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
important.
Responsibility and accountability
Yeah.
bridge success and unity at the same time.
Correct.
Love
Yes.
that. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I want to clone you. Can I be part of the epic motivationally? Oh my
Sounds
god.
lovely.
What was the how was the
Epically
gut
epic.
feeling a while ago? Was it okay? Gut feeling.
Ah,
a while
the
ago?
pink. That's where I saw your pink.
It's motivational.
Yeah.
But in general, gut feeling is okay with motivationally.
We're very open.
Absolutely.
You caught us with a
Yes.
very open,
Yes.
you know.
True,
We've
true, true.
disclosed whatever
Yeah.
we
Yeah, I
wanna
love the
disclose.
conversation today. Actually, I'm learning the growth, the values, you know, and at the same time how you value the relationship, the friendship at the same time, and how to balance that and make yourself really more powerful, working together, and no one will be left behind. That's how you portray right now. Like no matter what, you never stop learning and growing.
Yeah.
And again, you know your networks, you know your strengths and weaknesses and everything. So I'm sure for all of you who are watching right now, if you want to pursue a business, whether it's producing or anything like that, make sure you know the people that you work with, because that's very important. You start with that good foundation at the same time. Otherwise, stress can be there, and sometimes you create your own stress, you self-sabotage, and that wouldn't create a good outcome or even output in the long term. So authenticity breeds longevity at the same time. So any special message or a few words for the audience to an inspiration, motivation? Start with maybe Chrissy from that area.
Follow your dream, even
Follow
though
your
it's
dream.
it's the moon.
Yes.
You know,
True.
aim
Let's
high.
go, let's
Aim
go.
higher.
Yes, dream big.
That's
Dream
right.
big.
Don't
Love
be
that.
afraid to make that first step.
Yeah,
Exactly.
take the risk.
That's
Ooh,
right.
That's good.
And still be humble and put your feet on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love you so
Remain
much,
grounded.
ladies.
Oh,
Oh my God, ladies,
felt that.
I love you so much.
I love you
Thanks,
too.
Epic ladies,
Love you
the
too.
epic
Thank
events
you.
and
Thank you.
entertainment, just powerful trio. And we wish you all the best for the upcoming shows. We'll always be here. And for those who are going to be contacting me as well, I will redirect you to the Epic Ladies if you want to collaborate with them as well in the future. And for those international artists back in the Philippines, see, they do not discriminate. Even if you feel like you're not that popular or well-known in the Philippines, but you have the potential, please contact me or them. I'll redirect you to them anyways, and they'll give you the right stage for you guys at the right time for the right price, something like that. But of course, you know, we all complement with one another. So thank you so much for watching, ladies. Epic Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
And
Thank
God bless
you.
and I love you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yay! Mwah.
Thank you so much for watching. This is Lee Motivationally. Inspire, motivate, and create an impact.